Strategic thinking is the secret weapon of the most successful people in the world. It allows you to move beyond wishful thinking and take intentional steps toward creating everything you desire. Whether it's financial abundance, fulfilling relationships, or a deeper spiritual connection, a strategic approach helps turn dreams into reality. In this video, we'll explore how to harness the power of strategic thinking to design the life you want. Before embarking on any journey, it's essential to first understand exactly where you want to go. Without clarity, you're like a ship without a compass, drifting aimlessly, hoping that eventually you'll end up at the right destination. This is why clarity is the first and most crucial step in strategic thinking. Clarity helps you define your goals with precision and gives you a clear sense of direction. Take a moment to reflect. What is it that you truly desire? This isn't about what society or your friends think you should want. It's about digging deep within yourself to uncover your true aspirations. What does success look like to you? Is it financial freedom, a loving relationship, a career that fulfills you? The first task is to paint a vivid picture of what your ideal life looks like. Start by asking yourself powerful questions. What do I want my day-to-day life to feel like? How do I want to spend my time? What would bring me joy and fulfillment? The clearer you get about your vision, the easier it becomes to craft a plan to achieve it. Strategic thinking demands that you don't settle for surface-level desires, but dig deep into what truly drives you. Once you have a clear vision, you can begin to break it down into specific goals. Vague goals lead to vague results. Specific goals, on the other hand, provide a clear target, making it much easier to measure your progress and stay on course. Ask yourself, what specific steps can I take to bring this vision to life? The more detailed your goals are, the better equipped you'll be to make decisions that align with your vision. It's also crucial to get to the why behind your goals. Why do you want to achieve them? What does accomplishing these goals mean for your life? Understanding your deeper motivations will fuel your commitment to them. When things get tough, and they will, you'll have a clear sense of purpose that will drive you forward. Another aspect of clarity is acknowledging what you don't want. Sometimes, the best way to know what you want is to first identify what you don't want. This can be just as illuminating, as it helps you understand your values and boundaries. Whether it's a job you dislike, toxic relationships, or environments that drain your energy, being clear about what you want to avoid helps to narrow your focus. With clarity, you have a roadmap, and everything becomes more intentional. It's like a blueprint for your life. As you continue to refine your vision and break it down into actionable goals, you'll be able to make decisions and take actions that align with your true desires. The key to strategic thinking is getting this clarity before you start building. Once you've developed a clear sense of what you want, the next step is to figure out how to get there. Most people approach their goals by thinking about how to begin, but strategic thinkers take a different approach. They reverse engineer the process. They envision their desired outcome and then work backward to determine what steps they need to take to get there. Reverse engineering is a powerful method because it shifts your mindset from one of uncertainty to one of action. Instead of being overwhelmed by the complexity of achieving a big goal, you start with the end in mind and break down the process into manageable steps. This approach takes the guesswork out of the equation and allows you to move forward with confidence. Imagine that you're already living the life you desire. Picture yourself having achieved your goal. Take time to immerse yourself in this vision. What does it feel like? What actions did you take to get to this point? Who did you need to become along the way? This mental exercise is not just wishful thinking. It's a strategy to pinpoint the exact steps you need to follow to manifest your vision. When you reverse engineer your goal, you create a roadmap that's much more detailed and actionable. Instead of asking, what do I need to do to start? You'll be asking, what did I do last to get here? This shift in perspective allows you to identify key milestones along the way, creating a clear path towards success. For example, if your goal is to build a successful online business, don't start by thinking about how to create your website or what social media platforms to use. Instead, envision yourself already running a profitable business. Now, think backward. What steps did you take before that? Maybe it started with identifying a niche, building an audience, creating valuable content, and growing a community. Each of these actions becomes a step in your reverse engineered plan. The key to reverse engineering is to focus on the how of the process. Instead of looking at the huge task ahead and feeling overwhelmed, break it down into smaller, more manageable pieces. This method also helps you see potential obstacles in advance. For example, if you know that marketing will be a crucial part of your business, you can identify potential challenges such as competition or market saturation early on. This allows you to create strategies to overcome those challenges before they even arise. Reverse engineering also helps you build momentum. By identifying the specific actions that will take you closer to your goal, you make progress with every step. With each success, you gain confidence, and that confidence propels you forward toward the next milestone. The process becomes less about striving and more about following a blueprint that's already laid out. When you reverse engineer your success, you also start to see opportunities that might have otherwise gone unnoticed. You'll recognize connections, resources, and even people that can help you move forward. You'll find that the path to success isn't as elusive as it once seemed because you've broken it down into clear, actionable steps. Strategic thinking involves both big picture vision and detailed, step-by-step planning. By reversing engineering your goals, you take control of your journey and remove the uncertainty that can paralyze you. You're no longer wandering in the dark. Instead, you're confidently walking a well-lit path toward your desired future. Strategic thinking is not just about planning and executing. It's also about being aware of both the opportunities and obstacles that will inevitably arise on your journey. While some people may assume that a clear vision and a solid plan are enough to guarantee success, they often overlook the fact that every path to achievement is full of both challenges and possibilities. The key to strategic thinking is not just to anticipate these obstacles, but to prepare for them with proactive solutions, while simultaneously keeping a sharp eye out for opportunities that could accelerate your progress. One of the most valuable aspects of strategic thinking is its ability to help you identify opportunities early on. Opportunities aren't always immediately obvious. They might come disguised as small events or seemingly insignificant changes in your environment. However, those with a strategic mindset know that even the smallest opening can lead to enormous results if seized at the right moment. This ability to spot opportunities requires a keen awareness of your surroundings and an open, flexible mindset. For example, if you're building a business and you see a trend in your industry that aligns with your vision but hasn't yet gained widespread attention, you might be able to capitalize on it before it becomes saturated. Or if you're pursuing a career change, perhaps an event like a networking conference or a chance meeting with a mentor could open doors that accelerate your transition. These are the kinds of opportunities that strategic thinkers spot and act on immediately, even before others have fully recognized them. The first step in spotting opportunities is to cultivate awareness. That means actively looking for them in your day-to-day life. Every interaction, every piece of new information, and every challenge you encounter can potentially hold the key to a breakthrough. Sometimes, opportunities present themselves in the form of a problem that requires a creative solution. And that's when your ability to think outside the box becomes crucial. Ask yourself, what problem can I solve? How can I turn this situation into an opportunity? Additionally, strategic thinkers know that opportunities aren't just external, but often come from within. They continuously assess their own strengths, weaknesses, skills, and knowledge. Opportunities often arise when you develop a new skill, gain more confidence, or expand your network. Strategic thinkers understand that success isn't just about waiting for the world to present them with opportunities. It's about creating the right internal environment that will attract opportunities. However, with every opportunity comes potential obstacles. No matter how well you plan, challenges will arise, and how you handle them will determine your level of success. Obstacles are an inevitable part of the journey, but strategic thinkers don't view them as roadblocks. They view them as stepping stones. The trick is not to be discouraged when you face a setback, but to analyze it, learn from it, and find a way around it or through it. The first step in overcoming obstacles is to anticipate them. While you can't predict everything that will come your way, you can still prepare for common challenges. Let's say you're starting a new project. Before you even begin, take time to consider what potential difficulties could arise. Do you need to acquire new skills? Are there financial risks? Could you encounter resistance from others? Strategic thinkers take the time to foresee these issues and come up with contingency plans. This forward-thinking approach allows you to stay calm and focused when obstacles appear. Instead of panicking or giving up, you simply pull out your plan B and adapt. Flexibility is one of the hallmarks of strategic thinking. The ability to pivot when necessary is a key factor in turning obstacles into opportunities. A strategic thinker doesn't force their way forward when it's clear that the current approach isn't working. Instead, they step back, reassess, and adjust their strategy. Strategic thinkers also recognize that obstacles can often be learning opportunities. Each challenge provides valuable feedback about what's working and what's not. If something isn't going according to plan, it's a signal that adjustments need to be made. Instead of seeing failure as a setback, view it as an essential part of the growth process. Every time you encounter an obstacle and overcome it, you become more skilled and more resilient. There's also the psychological aspect of dealing with obstacles. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned, but strategic thinkers understand the importance of mindset. They stay focused on the bigger picture and avoid getting bogged down by temporary setbacks. They remind themselves that challenges are a normal part of the process and that perseverance is key. By developing mental resilience and a growth mindset, you can stay committed to your vision, even when obstacles seem to stand in your way. It's equally important to recognize that not all obstacles are external. Sometimes the biggest challenges come from within: fear, self-doubt, procrastination, or a lack of confidence. These internal obstacles can be just as paralyzing as any external hurdle. The key to overcoming them is to confront them head-on. Instead of avoiding uncomfortable feelings, strategic thinkers embrace them. They ask themselves, why am I feeling afraid? What's holding me back? What limiting beliefs do I need to challenge? By understanding and addressing these internal obstacles, you can break free from the mental traps that prevent you from moving forward. The ability to handle obstacles with grace and confidence is one of the defining traits of strategic thinking. But it's important to remember that no obstacle is permanent. Every challenge, no matter how daunting, can be overcome with the right mindset, the right preparation, and the willingness to take action. This is why a strategic thinker views every obstacle as an opportunity to learn, grow, and evolve. Lastly, as you encounter obstacles, remember that you don't have to face them alone. A strategic thinker is always building a network of support. Whether through mentors, peers, or a community, having a solid support system can provide valuable guidance when you hit roadblocks. Sometimes all it takes is a fresh perspective or some advice from someone who's been through similar challenges to get you back on track. In summary, the ability to spot opportunities and identify obstacles is an integral part of strategic thinking. The more you practice awareness, the more you'll see potential opportunities in every situation. And when obstacles arise, which they inevitably will, you'll be able to face them with confidence and creativity. By anticipating challenges, maintaining flexibility, and staying focused on the bigger picture, you'll be able to navigate your path with resilience and determination. In this way, both opportunities and obstacles become part of the process that ultimately leads you to your desired destination. Strategic thinking is only effective if it's paired with action. No matter how clear your goals or how well-crafted your plans are, if you don't take consistent, aligned action, your vision will remain just that, an abstract idea. Taking action is where the rubber meets the road, and it's where the transformation happens. But not just any action will do. Strategic thinkers understand the importance of intentional, deliberate action, and this is what sets them apart from others. The first step to effective action is to ensure that it's aligned with your goals and your vision. Every action you take should be a step toward the outcome you desire. It's not enough to be busy. You need to be productive and intentional with your time and energy. When you're focused on your goals, it becomes easier to assess whether your actions are helping you move forward or if they're just distractions. One of the most common reasons people fail to take consistent action is a lack of clarity about their priorities. Without a clear sense of what's most important, it's easy to get sidetracked by other tasks or demands. This is why clarity, which we discussed earlier, is essential. When you know what you want and why you want it, it becomes easier to stay focused and prioritize the tasks that will get you closer to your goals. Start by breaking down your larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. This prevents overwhelm and helps you stay focused on what needs to be done today, tomorrow, and the next day. For instance, if your goal is to launch a business, it might seem overwhelming to think about all the aspects involved: marketing, finance, operations, customer service, etc. But when you break it down into smaller, more immediate tasks, like researching your target market, developing a business plan, or setting up your website, you make the journey more approachable and less intimidating. Next, create a daily or weekly action plan. The act of writing down your tasks and committing to them will help you stay on track. A strategic thinker is constantly evaluating their progress and adjusting their actions as needed. Every action you take is a data point that informs the next steps. If something doesn't work, you learn from it and adjust accordingly. If something does work, you build on it. The key to consistency is understanding that progress is often non-linear. You might have setbacks or challenges along the way, but if you remain focused on your goals and take consistent action, you will continue to make forward momentum. Another key to aligned action is learning how to manage your time effectively. Time is one of the most valuable resources you have, and strategic thinkers understand this deeply. One of the best ways to make sure you're taking aligned action is to set aside time each day for focused work toward your goals. This is often referred to as deep work, a period of uninterrupted, highly focused effort on the tasks that matter most. Eliminating distractions during these blocks of time allows you to make significant progress toward your goals. Consistency is another crucial element of action. It's easy to get excited at the beginning of a project and put in a lot of effort, but the real success comes from maintaining that effort over time. Think about building a habit or a routine. It's not about doing something perfectly or in short bursts of energy, but about showing up consistently. Even if it's just a small amount of progress each day, it adds up over time. Strategic thinkers don't wait for motivation to strike. They create it through disciplined, consistent action. One effective way to maintain consistency is to track your progress. Whether it's through a journal, a project management tool, or a simple to-do list, tracking your actions helps you stay accountable and see how far you've come. This provides both motivation and a sense of accomplishment, which fuels your drive to continue. But action isn't just about doing more. It's also about doing the right things. As a strategic thinker, you need to be able to recognize when to act and when to pause. Sometimes, the best course of action is to take a step back and assess your approach. You might find that a different direction is needed, or that something you thought was important is actually not. Being able to adapt your actions in real time, based on the feedback you receive from your environment and experiences, is what will ultimately set you apart. In the final stages of achieving your goals, it's important to recognize that your ability to take aligned, consistent action doesn't just affect your success, it also affects your growth. With every action you take, you're learning more about yourself, your goals, and the world around you. The more aligned your actions are with your goals, the more personal growth you'll experience. And this growth becomes a vital component of your future success. As you pursue your goals and take action, you'll inevitably encounter moments when you need to adjust, adapt, or change course. This is where the true power of strategic thinking comes into play. Being adaptable is one of the most crucial elements of long-term success. A strategic thinker doesn't just follow a rigid path. They remain flexible and open to change, understanding that growth often comes from navigating unexpected twists and turns. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how well you plan, there will always be circumstances beyond your control. The ability to pivot, adjust, and evolve your strategies is what will allow you to stay on track and continue moving forward, even in the face of challenges. When you encounter a setback or realize that a plan isn't working as expected, don't be discouraged. Use it as an opportunity to adapt. Reassess your goals, reflect on the lessons you've learned, and develop a new strategy that takes into account the new insights and circumstances you've gained along the way. Adapting and evolving doesn't just apply to external factors, it also involves your internal growth. As you move closer to your goals, you'll inevitably change as a person. You'll develop new skills, broaden your perspectives, and shift your mindset. These internal changes may require you to evolve your strategy or goals as well. For example, as you gain more experience in your field, you might find that your initial vision expands or evolves. What seemed like a clear path at the beginning might shift as you gain deeper insights. Remaining open to this evolution is one of the key aspects of long-term success. Strategic thinkers are lifelong learners. They understand that their goals and strategies may change over time, and they embrace this as part of the process. Instead of holding on tightly to a rigid plan, they view the process as an organic journey, where new opportunities and growth are always on the horizon. It's also essential to regularly reassess your strategy to ensure that you're still aligned with your vision. As life changes, so do your circumstances and priorities. A strategy that worked a year ago might no longer be effective, so it's vital to continuously evaluate your approach. This could involve setting aside time each month, quarter, or year to reflect on your progress, reassess your goals, and adjust your strategies accordingly. In addition to internal changes, external circumstances also influence the need for adaptation. Whether it's changes in the market, shifts in societal trends, or unexpected global events, the world around you is constantly evolving. Being able to stay nimble and adjust your strategies accordingly will allow you to continue thriving, no matter what obstacles come your way. Ultimately, adapting and evolving isn't just about reacting to challenges or changes, it's about proactively embracing growth and staying aligned with your long-term vision. By continuously reassessing your goals and strategies, you ensure that you're always moving forward in the right direction, making the most of every opportunity and learning from every experience. With this adaptability, you'll be equipped to handle anything that comes your way and continue to build a future that aligns with your deepest desires.